If you live where there is no good source of water, life becomes unbearable.
When CBN heard of the plight, our partners, members of the 700 Club, mobilized resources and established this water well for the community.
The day the well was dedicated, we were very happy. Right now, everyone in the village fetches from this pump.
I was born in this village, and I never dreamt that one day we would have such a facility. I thank God.
Thank you, CBN. Thank you very much.
I encourage everyone who has the means to always reach out to those in need.
Asiakram is a very hospitable community, and they would not let the team go until we tavored a special treat from the camp groups that surround every home here. As we round off the visit, the councillor representing the area expresses the gratitude of the benefiting communities.
CBN is so reliable. They've done it for us, and know they can do more for us, and do it for other communities as well. So I recommend them to everybody to partner with them when it comes to development issues.
We would like to say thank you to all our 700 Club partners in Nigeria, Ghana, and all over the world. You brought joy to the people of Akwani Dobro as well as countless communities. May God bless you and reward your labor of love.
Amen and amen. Do you know that through your partnership with us, several communities now have fresh, clean water, and we have conducted free medical brigades to hard-to-reach places. Orphans have gotten scholarships, and many lives. Orphans have gotten scholarships, and many lives have been transformed through life-changing surgeries. We're also able to produce this program and so many more enriching.
Yes, indeed. Now, if you're not yet a partner, please join us now by reaching us with the contact details displayed on the screen, or log on to our website or page. Fill out the online partnership form, make your preferred donation, and voila, you have become a part of this great family.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the family. God, who sees all things, will reward you all in due season.
Amen.
It is written, he who has a generous eye will be blessed, for he gives of his bread to the poor. This is from Proverbs chapter 22, verse 9.
This is where we draw the curtain on today's program. We hope you have been blessed and encouraged. Till next time, goodbye.
Goodbye, and God bless you.
Excellence, station with a difference, station of the people. For information and education, for all round entertainment, quality programs. Oh, yeah, carry the quality programs. Oh, yeah, carry the go. Oh, yeah, carry the go. For family programs. Where they entertain the people, only people, all the latest news and sports. For clear signal, where they work far. Now we be the medium, where go help you sell your market. All round entertainment, for everybody. Jolly, 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 jolly. From family to night, your family station. Family station, station for the people. Station with the difference, station with the difference, station of excellence. NTA Lagos Channel 10, now the station for
Hello there. This is Sunday, of course, every Sunday afternoon on Nigerian Television Authority, Internet and Lagos Station for Excellence. You have this Sunday show. Where else would you rather be, actually? Today is packed. Well, it's been raining all day, but today it's bright. Okay, so we have a lot to entertain you today. But yesterday was the International Cooperatives Day, according to the United Nations. A day of solidarity with cooperative societies. And of course, in 1935, Nigeria had Mr. E.F. Hague as the first registrar of cooperatives in Nigeria, of course, by the colonial authorities. But cooperative societies was founded by Robert Owen in the 18th century. He was a Welsh cotton trader, and he decided that his staff should be able to live in a conducive environment, have education, have services. They should come together, contribute, and care for each other. All right, and that's the essence of cooperatives. Yesterday was International Day of Cooperatives. Well, today we'll be looking at the fire service, looking at contributions of non-governmental organizations to youth development, and a whole lot of others. We'll also revisit our discussion on the Alaba market. Okay, over here, we told you that whatever developments are going on there, we will bring it to you. And this is the Sunday show. So where else would you rather be? We have all this and many more for you today. I'm Chris Aquarando, welcoming you to today's edition of the program. Don't forget our exercises, okay? No nyama nyama is here. Just don't do what you can't do. I will have a go winner.
I like it when you keep that what nutrition part of the game. I have nothing with change. So we don't have time. So we're going to give you those tips that you use when you get to that gym house of yours, inside your house, inside your office. Now let's see how it goes now. But you get prepared. I got some resistance, man. What do you want to do? You know I like science a lot. I tell you, remember today that green. Increase your green in your nutrition plan. Let me sit a little bit. Now we're going to be having a reverse lunch. And see this technique now. There's going to be a press, and you know what I'm going to do. Can I see the reverse lunge? Where's the bell? This place is looking so the reverse lunge. Stay there. Let's get two press now. Vertically, there's a press. One, keep the core tight. This will not happen without your commons. Again, I like to drop those numbers. It is very key. It will not happen without your commons. Out of it, then let's see the other leg now. Let's see the other leg now. If you don't have fun, you do that to me. If it as a medical, let's press. One, make sure you're squeezing. Don't do intentionally. Make it slow. Then bring yourself up. Begin up. Press again. Another press. Oh my God, did you see that? I did so much. Your one kind of thing, your quadricep muscle, a lot of muscle, a lot of joint working. What these people happen, results to show. Now, just to say my standing, aesthetic part of it. I know the men they like to wear, don't wear all the sleeveless. Your different muscle go light up now. For the female, your Bluetooth muscle will be lighted up right now. Then we're going to use a small technique. We call it isometric hold. They're going to hold for like 5 seconds and intelligent now we can't see. Then let's see the fly. And it is in the open book. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the Sunday show. 4. 1 tension. Break it down. One more time. Let's do it one more time. Let's just another 4. Again, let's do another 5. 5 down. You don't have to wear 4 down. They tell you they walk. If you are not squeezing, there's a problem. And bedtime. That is going to go into what we call it is going to be doing. Oh my God, this Bluetooth muscle will catch fire. And then let's see that leg. Stay there. I want us to also apply that isometric hold. Then hold it there. When I say down, bring it down. Down, in it. Again.
Oh, this one, they catch fire, they tell you, after science, they work. Bring it down! Oh, yeah, no. Let's see what to the right and do to them. We know the female just had that stuff on the right side, that's what's going to remain. Let's begin. Open the book for me. Break it! Let's do this, the other way, let's come. Give me the fly. Again, let me fly. We call it tip. Add it to your nutrition plan. Then remember, nutrition is key. Oh, my today hot here. And break time. I like it when we take adrenaline. Let's quickly round this up a little bit. I want that heart rate to flow. We keep talking about hormones. There's no hormones. Then what will you get? No results. They are already trying to do something. Let's see. High knee, break time, and jumping jack. These three will be used to spike up your heart rate. Are we ready? Yeah. Every time you're ready, we're going to navigate from 1 to 2. Oh my God. Yes. Would it be now? Change the lane. Let me do something. Laterally. Come this side. Again. Remember. Jumping jack. I told you, only started so you can see this. Then you science. We have a lot of stuff for you. Don't even think about touching the time. I'm going. I'm not going anywhere. I'm telling you this better. I'm not going to do what you just did now. What do? You don't know what to do. Apply this first time. But remember, Mr. Clean said it. Don't do what you want to do. Get verification. What's your name? You like the job? This one of my place. You love me because I won't fight for the I don't care what you say. Koloba, orí mo fẹ́ kọ́ borí. Orí ìwárà tó kù sá, orí mo fẹ́ kọ́ borí. Lọ́dún ni mo túra bí òbí gbọ̀ngànlá ní sọ́lá mo bọ́lá bí mo ní bọ́lá mo fẹsẹ̀ mọ́ bọ́lá bí ló. Sílẹ̀, àbáwọn ká tó délẹ̀. Koloba. Èlò dá o, sí ṣàzùyà. Òdòlò dá o, sí ṣàzùyà. Àwọn kan bẹ́ nílẹ̀ yìí, ojoojúmọ́ ló ń ṣọmọ wọn kó náà jù kò sí ṣàzùyà. Orúkọ kékeré ni la fi mọ̀ wọ́n káàkiri. Ẹ̀bẹ̀ ni mo bẹ̀ yín o. Ìdọ̀bálẹ̀ ní ìmọ̀ràn ẹjọ́ ìfẹ́ ìyàwó mi o. Sílẹ̀, àbáwọn ká tó délẹ̀ o. Òní lọ sí àbáwọn ká tó délẹ̀ o. Adókè wọ́dí sí i. Orí koloba, orí mo fẹ́ kọ́ borí. Orí ti wára tó kù sá, orí mo fẹ́ kọ́ borí. Lọ́bí ni mo túra bí èmi gbọ̀ngànlá ní sọ́lá mo bọ́lá bí mo ní bọ́lá mo fẹsẹ̀ mọ́ bọ́lá bí ló. Sílẹ̀, àbáwọn ká tó délẹ̀. Koloba. I will do what they say. What matters to me is to become a sugar. I will do what they say. What matters to me is to love her forever. I will do what they say. What matters to me is to love her forever. Oh, I will do what they say. Sílẹ̀, àbáwọn ká tó délẹ̀. Òní lọ sí àbáwọn ká tó délẹ̀. Adókè wọ́dí sí i.
Hello there. If you are just joining us, this is Nigerian Television Authority, Channel 10 Lagos, Station for Excellence, and this is the Sunday show. So what else would you rather be on this Sunday afternoon? Of course, we know that the level of youth restiveness, the level of drug addiction among the youths is so high. But of course, we want to look at how non-governmental organizations can assist government in helping the youths to become better citizens. And that's most important, so that they can contribute to national development for themselves and for the society. And I have members of the Leroy Comfort Foundation here. Mrs. Alera Comfort Evans, you're welcome to the program. And then, of course, my friend from Plateau State, Last Dongyen. He's from Shendam. I need to tell you, they have good fish there, but they're also troublesome. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Okay, now it's a pleasure having you both. We want to look at basically how NGOs can help in shaping youth in the society, right? How do you think your organization can assist in helping the youths get out of the numerous problems that they're encountering now that are affecting their contribution to national development?
I'm Alera Comfort Evans, the convener Leros Comfort Foundation. We're an NGO. We are reaching out to youths that are abused with drugs, gender-based violence, touching the lives of people in the society positively through love, care, and compassion. We are solely for humanitarian services, called to service for God and to humanity. We are touching the lives of people to bring about a change in the society and the life of younger people, especially that are abused with drugs. The Leros Comfort Foundation can bring about a change in the society, helping the government and the society to reach out to youths that are abused with drugs through sensitization, through counseling, through mentorship that we can. We are also reaching out to people that are in the society that are displaced, people that are oppressed in the society. We fight for the rights of people in the society. We are helping the government with the NDLA State Command. We are in partnership with NDLA State Command in order to bring about a change in the life of people that are abused with drugs. We only come in Leros Comfort Foundation through love, care, and compassion, showing them love.
All right. Okay, Mr. Dongyen, about 40% of Nigerian youths, 18 to 35 years, are involved in drugs. Okay? Probably between 22 to 23% of between 18 to 65 years are also involved in drug abuse. Okay, you know, basically cannabis, alcohol, tramadol, mbulumidia, whatever that means, and so on and so forth. Now, as an NGO, and you see the number of youths that are daily being converted to doing this, what do you do? How do you daily being converted to doing this? What do you do? How do you help them? Of course, small groups at a time, nobody expects you to convert all the youth at the same time, right? Yeah, so how are you helping? With all the restiveness everywhere, with all the criminality everywhere, including Plateau State where you come from. So what do you think we should do, you know, being an NGO?
Yeah, well, first of all, the menace of drugs in Nigeria is something that is overwhelming. And but at Leros Comfort Foundation, we're trying our best to ensure that we collaborate with some, you know, government establishments to ensure that, like the National Drug Law Enforcement, NDLEA, we've been doing quite a lot with them to ensure that we're fighting this menace with them. How do we do it? We organize some programs and then invite youths to kind of sensitize them on the dangers of drugs. And we also ensure that we organize some counseling, you know, classes for them and invite them to ensure that we're doing our best to make sure that the society becomes a good place. And we're trying our best to also ensure that we reach out to the international communities for help, so that they can come in and put things together, so that together we can work both with the federal government, the state government, and local government, and the community or society at large to ensure that we bring this thing down.
All right. Now, let me ask you, Comfort. How do you relate with community leaders? Because obviously we can't achieve anything meaningful if we do not collaborate with community leaders, opinion leaders, within certain area, certain community. How do you relate with them? How do you collaborate with them?
Thank you, sir. In Leros Comfort Foundation, one of the things that we do is to go to the grassroots first, to go to the grassroots and get the drug abusers in the society. We go to slums and we go to various garages and other places to do sensitization for them, and we reach out also to the banners in the community. We go to the banners, we go to the chiefs, we even go to the local government, the Bejuleki local government, to talk about this menace eating deep into the fabrics of our society, which is drug abuse. We go deeper. Sometimes I would say what the government cannot do, the Leros Comfort Foundation is doing. We have a lot of videos and other activities backed up. We also reach out to them through our medical support for them in the community, and we reach out to the youths through also by sharing food items, clothing, and other things. Even skill acquisition, we do skill acquisition for the youths in the society, especially in the Bejuleki and other areas. So these are part of what we are.
Okay, I like that. I like that. You do skill acquisition. I guess we really have about 2 minutes and they're about to go. You do skill acquisition. You gather these youths, you get them together, you train them, right? Now, after training them, what else? Do you empower them? Do you assist them? Suppose you empower someone to be a tailor, okay? And then do you say, okay, this is, if you go to this locality, there are not too many tailors, so you can go there and establish. Do you give them seed money? Do you advise them, cancel them thereafter? What do you do after that? Let me talk to you, Mr. Dongwen, yes?
Well, from how far I've known, Leros Comfort Foundation through the CEO here, with a compassionate heart and a caring attitude towards ensuring that people look good, whatever the condition they might find themselves. She's been able to, open up a salon recently for empowering some of these ladies that were found to have been, affected by such menace. And after training them, of course, she looks for some kind of capital to give them to start, and then, of course, get them certified to ensure that they are useful out there in society.
Okay. Now, finally, Comfort. We also know that apart from kidnapping, rape, drug addiction, youths dropping out of school, that this drug addiction induces all this, including prostitution and nutrition and all that, right? How do you not get the families involved in what you're doing? Because all these children come from families. Okay, so how do you get the families involved, churches, mosques, to have an integrated action? Because there's a tendency for us to want to do something. You do something here, and then it leaks on the other side. So how do we get these people together? So we just have a minute. All right, so go on now.
Thank you so much, sir. In the Leros Comfort Foundation, how we get this family, friends, relations of these people, of the drug abusers or the users in the community or in the society. Once we get in touch with these users, we try to find out where their families are. Then we get to their family. We do one-on-one talk, and during our program seasons, we invite their family. We sensitize both the family of the drug abusers and also with the family, the parents also, to sensitize them, to tell them about the effect of drug use in the society as a whole in general. So we do all of these things too, and we find out that a lot of the parents too, like handicapped too, most of the parents that we reach out to, we realize that most of the parents are handicapped. They are like helpless, and they are also not able to give this parental care. They are not also able to give this parental care to the children. So what we do is that we talk to the parent, and there are about 2 parents too that we have helped in getting also in getting empowerment. We give them some resources to start something in order to be able to take care of the children or the upcoming ones.
All right. I've been talking with the convener and founder of Leros Comfort Foundation, Comfort Evans, and then my good friend from Plateau State, Elias Donyan, who are members of a Leros Comfort Foundation, trying to help youths, win them from drug addiction and all the social malaise. Thank you so much for being on the program. We do hope you come again when we call you.
Very well.
All right.
Thank you
Now,
very much.
you're still watching Nigerian Television Authority, Channel 10 Lagos Station for Excellence. This is a Sunday show, your Sunday Diaprim show. What else would you rather be, actually, than on this program? All right, I'll be right back. Let's take a commercial break now. And then, but before then, I need to also remind you that Mesha Cosmetic Products, they are
Tonic is enriched with vitamins and minerals for that rush of vitality you need to reach greatness.
It's Small Tonic time! Are you looking for spacious, serene, beautiful, and comfortable environment for your event? Then NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises is the place with about 3,065 capacity. NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises provides a well-secured land and power place with about 3,065 capacity. NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises provides a well-secured land and power parking lot for your wedding reception, birthday party, church, and of the year event. Our conference hall is convenient for company annual general meetings, lectures, seminars, or workshops. With just 150,000 naira only, you can use our entire space and also have your event covered and aired on our social diary program, Maryland. For more inquiries, please contact our marketing department, NTA Lagos Channel 10 Pedro Show, or call our telephone number, Chibuzo 0812-324-5519, Gmo 0803-830-1669. NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises, affordable just for you.
Now you are welcome back to Nigerian Television Authority Channel Lagos. If you are just joining us, this is a Sunday show, your Sunday show. Right? Now my next guest is the Controller Southwest of the Federal Fire Service. He's Mr. Eugene Chika Njoko Emini, as a member of National Institute. We'll be looking at the role of fire service. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
All right. It's a pleasure. People don't often talk about the fire service, but they wouldn't know that fire service actually started way back in 1901. And then, of course, in Nigeria by 1963, the Federal Fire Service was already established here in Lagos. You know, from 1901 to 1963, we had the fire service established by colonialists here in Lagos as Lagos Fire Service. You're in charge of the Southwest. Let me start by asking you something that you will not like, but why are people not too interested in knowing about the fire service?
Yeah, thank you so much, and good afternoon, viewers.
Yes.
People are not interested in getting closer to fire service because when it comes to this side of the society, we value security most than safety. And that is why you see people going after security instead of going to safety, forgetting that you can only be secured when you are safe.
Okay. Well, you cannot be secure when you're safe. Now, part of your reasons for being established is to fight fire, but you also have to prevent fire. You manage those who are involved in fire situations. And of course, in America, they also help in traffic situations. And then when accidents occur, fire service also are around there because vehicles can catch fire. But I'm not sure that's part of what you do here. But let's look at the fact that you hear people say, we called the fire service, they didn't come. They came and said there was no water, and so on and so forth. And you can see the whole market has been raised down, the whole building has been raised down. What are the difficulties you encounter?
Yes, in fire service we encountered so many challenges. Like you rightly said, people said we don't come
on time.
And those people, if you ask them who called the fire service, it discovered that the owners of the building that's on fire did not call the fire service.
Okay.
What they're interested is to salvage their property, bring their properties out. It is the passerby, it is the neighbor that will remember to call the fire service.
Okay.
And these fires start small in a minute stage. You can assume how long that fire have been burning before an outsider will notice that there is fire. And when they call, that person now called the fire service. As we are coming, we encounter traffic situation. Most people, they fail to give right of way to the fire service. The siren will be on. You see people, they will not give chance to the fire service to come. Again, people, when they are calling fire service, they will not give us the concise or precise location of the place.
Okay.
Somebody might say there is fire in Yaba. Where is it? Exactly in Yaba. When we get to Yaba, we will start looking for the place, asking questions. And when we get to that place, it looks as if we have come late. These are the challenges.
So we are also part of a problem.
Yes.
But you're also part of the problem in the sense that you may not have water.
It's unethical for us to bring out that fire truck without water. When people see that truck, they assume that every part of that truck
is working.
Is water.
Okay.
And that truck has about 5,000 liters of water. And 5,000 liters of water, depending on the blood pressure that is being applied, can be exhausted within 15-20 minutes.
Okay.
And when that water is exhausted, you see, is it not just coming now? How come this water have,
exhausted?
Another thing, sorry, before now we used to have hydrant.
Everywhere.
All the locations, every street, we used to have, even here in
Well, yeah, you have hydrant here. Yes.
But when they constructed that road, they closed the hydrant. Now, if there is fire outbreak within here, for us to get water, we will, go miles to get water.
Okay, now we'll come back to that. Let's go to the network service for the news highlights. When we come back, this is interesting because you are aware of what goes on with the fire service. So he is here, and we're going to ask him every question. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hello, and thanks for joining us for the news update on NT International. I'm Elizabeth Omori. The angry protests over the death of Nahel have rekindled debate about French police brutality and allegations of racism in its ranks, most recently from the UN, which France rejected on Sunday. However, authorities in Paris were castigated by a country that regularly attracts racism over its own human rights record, Iran. Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson has been urging France to end violence and respect principles of human dignity. Meanwhile, the rusting remains of 8 British Hurricane fighter planes dating back to World War II have been found buried in a forest in Ukraine. The aircraft were sent to the Soviet Union by Britain after Nazi Germany invaded the country in 1941. They were part of a package of Allied military support for the USSR, paid for by the United States under the Lend-Lease scheme. Similar legislation is set to be used by the U.S. government today to send military aid to Ukraine as it seeks to expel Russian forces from the country. Aviation experts say this is the first time the remains of so many hurricanes have been found in Ukraine. And Shell is still trading Russian gas after pleading to withdraw from the Russian energy market. The company was involved in nearly an eighth of Russia's shipborne gas exports in 2022, according to analysis from the campaign group Global Witness. Oleg Ostenko, an advisor to Ukraine president, accused Shell of accepting blood money. Shell said the trades were the result of long-term contractual commitments and did not violate laws or sanctions. Last year, Shell accounted for 12% of Russia's seaborne LNG trade. Global Witness calculates and was among the top 5 traders of Ukraine's Russia's originated LNG that year. And those are the stories trending at this hour. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Elizabeth Omori.
Now, welcome back to Nigerian Television Authority, Channel 10 Lagos, Station for Excellence, and the Abrim Show. Where else would you rather be, actually? And I'm talking with Mr. Chika Joko. He's a controller of Federal Fire Service Southwest Zone, and we're discussing the role of fire service, which you don't often get to talk about. They are essential, and then people don't know that the fire service was actually established in 1901. By the colonial administration in Nigeria. We're talking about following on break. The Lagos State government is beginning to revitalize these hydrants in so many areas. But you said that during road construction, they block these hydrants. So what are you doing about opening them?
Well, you know that for us to open that hydrant, Lagos State government to the water works, and unless those people now come to to open them, there won't be water. And again, you should know the current situation of water, even in our domestic houses. For us to get water from the water works is difficult, and it's from the water board that will supply water to those the men that
connect the hydrants.
That connect the hydrants. So if there is no water in that mess, that's hydrant.
So there's a problem. But then there are also some hydrants you get to, and the water is wasting. You've noticed that?
I have not noticed.
I have.
I've not noticed.
I have. I don't want to name the place.
Yes, I have not noticed that. And when you look at those places, the places we have hydrant, because before now, we used to go on topography to know our environment, to know the places we have this hydrant. If we go there with our hydrant, equipment, stamp pipe, and the key, when we get to that place, we open to know if there is water and know the pressure that place is having to enable us fill our trucks when there is fire.
Okay, now there's also another problem, and that's the problem of trust. People don't trust you. What are you doing about it? Because in times past, I don't know, maybe the situation is improving. You always came late, and you told us some of the problems you had, and then you don't have water. You've also told us what the problems are. So the people cannot trust you if their buildings are raised down, if the markets are raised down, and goods and property lost up to billions, of money. Does that mean the government itself does not look at the fire service as a very important aspect of our life, like it's done in the United States of America and Britain? Now, is it not good that the government should begin to look at the fire service as a very essential aspect of our life?
Yes, before 2015, at the Federal Fire Service, we were having about 2 trucks And these 2 trucks that we are having in Lagos and Abuja, we are almost moribund.
Yes.
And if there is fire outbreak, we'll be praying, to at least for God to answer us to enable the trucks, not even have what enable these trucks get the fire scene without breaking down on the road.
Okay.
Until the
last administration
came, President Muhammad Buhari now came to our rescue. Within that time and now we have over 142 fire trucks.
Oh, that's interesting.
Brand new trucks, state-of-art fire trucks. And
I know they're running soon.
Yes, and that is not enough. It's not enough. And when you look at the communities, every local government, supposed to have more than 1 or 2 fire stations. And wherever you don't have these things, remember, if there is fire in Ajegule and a truck is going from Sulere to Ajegule, it will take time. We need fire stations very close to the people, so that when there is fire outbreak, we'll be able to get there on time.
Okay, Ms. Joko, you've told us your problems, lack of water, your hydrants at closer times, roads, to the places where there's fire, and then the people not calling when the fire, just starts small. Okay, now, what's the last word to the people so that they'll begin to trust you? But they don't trust you, you know that. I may trust, but they don't. So why don't you talk to them directly? You just have a few seconds.
Yes, people, in the first place, they should know the nearest fire stations to them. Again, know the number of fire stations within your vicinity.
Has just started. Not when it becomes an inferno, you start looking for them. And the government should, improve the fire service much more, especially water outlets, to the hydrants. I've been talking with Mr.
Digital, and for the student to meet the global standard, there is need for ICT. That is the reason behind the kind gesture, as government cannot do it alone.
What we do is to serve humanity and put smile on the faces of the people in our community and surroundings. So what Lagos Metropolitan Lions Club has done is to come here after conducting the necessary need assessment and discover that the entire school complex is lacking in computer facilities, and they have come to tackle it headlong by providing computers worth millions of naira, providing computer tables, computer chairs. They even gone a step further to provide a generator to power the computer.
The president of Lagos Metropolitan Lions Club says there is no better way to give to the society than to help in developing education that will build the leaders of tomorrow.
So about 9 schools within this Agege area, and there is no computer in any of the class to teach computer usage. So we felt as a club that serves humanity that it is an opportunity for us to provide a facility that will support e-learning, that will support computer usage.
The representative of the schools lauded Lagos Metropolitan Lions Club for that kind gesture, adding it to facilitate mobile learning and inclusive education.
I was so excited when I heard that one club wants to give us computer. I told my head teacher, go ahead. This is our time. And they have promised and they fulfilled the promise. I really appreciate them. I feel great. The Lions Club are able to give us the present and the future to our children.
The schools that benefited from the information communication technology include African Church Primary School, Oniwayas Primary School, and St. Xavier Nursery and Primary School, Agege, Lagos.
Now that was the Lions Club, District 404B2 Agege, donating the much needed computer materials to schools in Agege. And there's also a call to other organizations to reach out to these schools to help them in digitalization of those schools. All right. So we thank the Lions Club International District 404B2 for donating these items to the schools at Agege. Now it's time to discuss something a little much more serious. I have Chief Camillus Amaju. He's the president of Alaba International Traders Association. We've had him here before. We've talked about problems at Alaba, and then he has come to give us an update on what's going on there. Demolitions going on, reconstructions going on, reassigning of some traders and trading areas. So we want to know what is the recent information. Chief Amaju, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Cruz.
Well done. Well done. Now, you promised to come back and you're back.
Yes, sir.
So can we have an update on what's going on there?
Okay, since my last visitation to this station, I told you that the government made a lot of promises to us when he came for campaigning. And we agreed that maybe we have to give him time to sit down.
Yeah, we agreed.
Giving him that time, what we saw again was a bulldozer around the markets, demolishing the plazas and the shops of traders in the market. We were so astonished, we were surprised to see this, because what they were claiming was that the buildings were close to canal. That I want to tell you that those buildings were not close to canal, though there were some buildings about 5, 6, 7 that has dilapidated, that has destroyed. And when they came, they told us that the ones to deal with those buildings that has defects. To our surprise, they started demolishing buildings along that line. They even come to the front where we have shops that has nothing to do with the canal, with maybe being displaced. It's just the normal shops along the road, and they demolished a lot of them. So we were so surprised.
Okay, you were surprised, but the authorities are telling us that they gave you 6 months' notice, and they explained to you the reconstruction works that needed to be done in those areas. And then we're also aware that it's just a section. Just a section of the market close to the canal that were brought down by bulldozers. Is this true?
Yeah, Alaba is made up of about 12 to 15 sections of the market. And actually, it was just a section of the market that were affected. Not that it's all the sections, or maybe the whole shops or the whole building in that section. It's just a line. And in that line, we have about 30-something plazas and shops. I told you that the ones that are depressed is about 5, 6, 7, which they marked. So by the time they come for this demolition, they started demolishing all of that buildings and shops along that area. Now we are not involved in being destroyed, that we are not involved in the one that they are marked. And we are peace-loving people, we don't want to fight them. We approach them and say, based on what you told us, you are not demolishing even the buildings, the structures that we erected about 2 years, 3 years ago. What is the problem? These people, they came with a fierce-looking armed mobile policemen and the army, and you cannot go and confront them. I called the local government chairman, so look at what is happening. These people have come because they came around 3 a.m. in the night on Sunday. They started this demolition while people are still at their bed. And I want to tell you, some of the goods in those shops were destroyed, and these Malams carted them away. So we have complained to them. I even called the local government, like I said, that what of these shops on there along the road, what happens to it? Are they among the ones that are close to canal? He said I should get the number of the shops and get back to him. Before I get get back to him, Northeast Governor's chairman and the Progressive Governor's chairman, His Excellency Hope Uzodinma, came to Lagos here, and we were discussing. In fact, what baffled me most was that the people that come to speak on our behalf, we are not the people that have shop in Alaba. They don't even know, they don't have
pause. People that came to speak for you.
Yeah, but when we were there.
But you were there.
I was there.
So how could people, how can they shave your head in your absence?
This is politics. This is governor. When the governor, in fact, we were fortunate that day to have about 2 governors from the southeast. That of Enugu State and that of Imo State, and even the deputy speaker of House of Representatives.
They came wherever they are. Yes.
Their secretaries will be around. So I know this thing was orchestrated by the so-called Iwamaka group that claim that they are leaders of the market. So they were the one that blocked us. They couldn't give us access to talk because.
Chief Abajoye, hold on. You have brought in the Boamaka group now. Are they in support of the demolitions?
No, they are not in support. Well, what I'm saying is that, like you said, you don't shave somebody in his absence.
Yes.
And you cannot speak. They say, he who wears to shoe, the shoe is itching.
Yes.
You understand? So this is by the time they made that presentation, they couldn't get to nitty-gritty of the problem we are having. Because the problem we are having in that market is so enormous. We need, in fact, that could have been the best opportunity for us to tell the governor from the southeast and our governor here in Lagos so that they will also understand what we are passing through.
Okay, the Boamaka group were not authorized by you to speak on your behalf.
In fact, I'm not their member. I am the president of Alaba International Market.
Yes.
Then if anything is happening to Alaba, I don't see the reason why somebody that doesn't have shop in Alaba will come to speak on my behalf.
Now, who are the Boamaka group?
There are elements of some of our brothers, Igbo people that organize themselves together and say that they are
for political reasons.
For political reasons. That is the political jobbers. So but we are talking about getting to the, like I the other time I came, the governor came to Alaba. I told the governor one-on-one, sir, Your Excellency, sir, that most of these messages you said that you are sending to us, that those messages doesn't get to us. Some of them lost in clumsy. Because I was so surprised. He was telling us that he gave Alaba 2,000 bags of rice. I told him that I even I'm sitting with you, you didn't see even a bag. So the time has come when you want to deal with the we that are traders, we that are doing business, you deal with us directly. Not dealing with us on problems, like what I told you that the governor came. And when they met the governor, the Southeast Governor's chairman, His Excellency, Uzodimma, went to see the governor of Lagos State, our own governor. To my surprise, none of our Alaba trader was among the delegates. And most of the people that constitute the delegates, they are not traders. They don't know what we are passing through.
Okay, let's leave that.
No, I want to clear something. Go ahead. Like the other time I came, I told you what we are passing through in the hands of the Abros. That has to do with our roots. That has to do with
was coming to
that has to do with,
let's talk about them.
Yes, container in the market.
Yes, let's talk about them. Because the governor promised to do something about it. And then Engineer Ukwe,
yes,
he also wanted to wade into it, according to you.
Yes.
Now, what is the update on that?
The thing is still as it was, as I told you that time. Even they have increased the money they are collecting from container, from votes. To Alabama, you pay close to 150,000 for 20 feet, 40 feet, you pay close to 200,000. Not only that you are paying this money, the intimidation, the harassment, the beating inside. That's what we are saying. We are ready to pay. I have said it here on air that the governor, the Lagos State, His Excellency, should give us a statutory fee that will pay from maybe the worst where we clear our goods to the place where we overflow. We are ready to pay. But all these extortions, all these intimidations, from pole to pole, you see people collecting 30,000, 20,000 before you get to this Alaba, you are spending this bulk of money.
Okay. Who is the commissioner in charge? The commissioner for trade?
We met the last time we had this issue, we met the commissioner for transport.
Yeah, but the commissioner for transport is not really in charge of Alaba.
Yes, that was when we were having problems that has to do with blocking of the roads.
Okay. When
they were trading on the roads, when they rented all these people that were selling food items on the roads, they were clustered along the roads. So that one has been taken care of to a certain extent because these people have been shifted from where they were before to at the point of entry close to Alaba.
Okay.
So what we are saying now is this, that these charges that are taken, for instance, if I pay that money for my 40 feet container to get to my warehouse,
that's 200,000,
yes. So the goods you have to offload in the warehouse. And if you want to bring samples of those goods to your shop with this small box, you are going to pay 5,000. And if you don't pay that 5,000, they will break your windscreen, they will break your mirror.
Okay, now the office of the governor has someone in charge about all these relationships, with the markets and so on and so forth. Have you been able to meet him?
I told you we are privileged to have the governor. And in fact, we put it in writing. We passed to our governor, His Excellency. we passed to our governor, His Excellency. You know, though he said that time he's doing the election, he has not sat down, he has not sit down, he has not had time to discuss with us. But this thing that happened that brought demolition in Alaba would have been the best opportunity for us. If Alaba were represented among the delegates that wants to see him, we would have refreshed his mind concerning what we are passing through, concerning what we explained to him the day he comes to Alaba.
Okay, now you need to go back to him. All right, this is the second term and he's just about to start. You need to go back to him with the write-up you made. You wrote things down, isn't it? Okay, you and your counsel. You wrote these things down. You need to go back to him. Since he had given you audience before, you still give you audience again. So that you bring these things up to speed. Okay, sir, you said this, the 30% has been done, 40% or no percent. Okay, this, nothing has been said or done about it. This, somebody came, but we are not seeing anything happening. Have you thought about that?
Yes, we have thought about that. But one of the one that is, in fact, it was on the one day, one trouble is what we are passing in Alaba. It was on the one day, one trouble is what we are passing in Alaba. Like yesterday, day before yesterday, on Friday, we went to Alaba to submit a letter we wrote against this Chinese. Could you believe that these Chinese now they are coming to Alaba to rent shops?
The Chinese are coming to
Alaba to rent shop. Yeah, but sir, I'm not afraid to come to where you are. Alaba shop. Yeah, but sir, I'm not afraid to come to where you are.
Alaba is open to everybody.
No, I want to give you an example of what I'm trying to say.
Go ahead.
Alaba is an international market.
Yes.
We are importers. We sell goods. We have retailers that
to everybody.
No, I want to give you an example of what I'm trying to say.
Go ahead.
Alaba is an international market.
Yes.
We are importers. We sell goods. We have retailers that are selling even in Alaba.
Okay.
But I want to use, okay, let me use Ghana here as an example. Me as a Nigerian, I cannot rent shop in a Ghana market to do my trade, an indigenous. We are not saying that those exporters will not come. They can come rent maybe warehouse or whatever outside Alaba. But when they comes to maybe in Alaba, we buy this thing because they are selling now even in the Renminbi currency. Maybe I bought this thing one Renminbi. Pay all the duty, do all the expenses, do the clearing, bring it to Alaba. And when these people comes, they will selling it 0.9 Renminbi. They will selling it 0.9 Renminbi. So what are they trying to do? They want to push us out of the market. They want to push us out of the business. That was why we wrote to this our immigration that they should explain to all the kind of visa that they gave to them to come to Nigeria. Is it to come and trade in our local shops, in our local markets? Is it to come and do business and push us while we get our daily meal? We know we are talking about there is no employment in Nigeria. And most of this use, everybody is something petty that will be able to earn living in life. And these people now that has made money, in fact, they don't even pay the duty we are paying because they will use their consular, fly that goods and bring it to Nigeria. The
goods will be cleared and they will pay the duty. Would they?
They don't pay. That's how they do it.
How can they not pay? That's illegal.
Excuse me, sir. How can they pay the duty of what I bought? For instance, while I bought that in 5 Renminbi in China, I come here in Nigeria, I think after expenses it will be around 5.2 or 5.3 Renminbi. Then I have to add my own profit, maybe 1 or point something Renminbi. Then when this people comes to say, they will stay below the price I bought in China. Why would they do that? That's what we are asking our government. That's what we are saying.
Hold on. That also, refers to the fact that you are not organized.
We are organized sector. That's why we put up all these write-ups.
This is Nigerian Television Authority.
Yes.
So we won't say things that are not true. We are going to now pursue these things, these allegations you've made about the Chinese coming into Nigeria, into Alaba, about they are not paying duties, right? Because these are all illegal activities, and then that cannot be controlled in Nigeria. Now, the issue of you going to discuss with the governor and then government agencies, we need also to remind you that you must do that and then give us an update, because all the allegations you've made today You see, why we are doing this program is for development, okay? And then you are citizens of Nigeria and who are living in Lagos State, you should be able to do your businesses without molestation, so long as you're doing it within the ambit of the law. So we've taken note of the things you have said. We're also advising that you go back to the government and try to strengthen this out and let us now have an update, a follow-up on all these things. And thank God there were some improvements. You've talked about those that are selling food, they've been moved back, and so on and so forth. So you now have to give us an update as to demolitions. All right, government is saying the demolitions were necessary, and you're saying they are not, and so on and so forth. So, all right, government is saying the demolitions were necessary, and you're saying they are not, and so on and so forth. So, now finally, what is your appeal to the government before we close the program?
My appeal to the governor, who happens to be our governor, is that
who is an amiable
governor and a good man, a brotherly governor. Yes. Our appeal to him is one, that road that leads to Alaba. Even that point where these arrows are collecting this money that I told you is close to 150 to 200,000. That place is not passable. We have even called the local government chairman that they should also put a palliative measure so that our containers will pass freely, but they are not doing anything. We have to use our money, buy rubbers and pour on that spot, which is not enough. So we are appealing to the governor to help us and look at that road that leads to Alaba. So that he will help us to do something that road will be motorable. Right. Then another thing we are begging him also to help us. Give us a statutory amount we'll be paying for our containers.
That you'll be discussing with the governor. Well, we've been talking with Chief Camillus Amajuri. He's the president of Alaba International Market. A lot of things have been said. Talking with Chief Camillus Amajuri. He's the president of Alaba International Market. A lot of things have been said today, and then we hope to give you a follow-up as time goes on. So thank you very much, Chief, for being on the program. We're very our program today, and you'll agree with me, it's all been instructive, informative, of course, entertaining at some point. And we thank you for being part of the program today. We thank the producers wonderfully for being part of the program today. We thank the producers wonderfully for the good job to get these people for us to talk to. We thank the engineering section, and then those in the studio, cameramen and the floor managers. It's interesting. My name is Chris Aquarando. Don't forget, join us again on Sunday for another edition of your favorite This Sunday Show. Stay safe. Bye for now.
The woman is the mother of the murderer. The woman is also the mother of the...
They must learn